to say, right, because now I feel like I've done a few apartment tours. Paris kitchens are always, mine included, very tricky. It's not the case here.
It was created by a cozy team. I think that's why you don't find this trickiness that you usually find in the Paris apartment.
Welcome back to another episode of the apartment tour series. This week we are in Paris in an apartment curated by the Cozy Team, a collective whose intention is to display the healing powers of spaces created with intention. Here to help me tell this story is Donia, journalist and friend of the collective. Hope you'll enjoy the episode.
We're going to start this apartment tour with talking about the bedroom.
Yes. It was designed by Cozy, so they did this like by hand.
Wait, skirt. Okay.
All the placements.
This is oh wow.
The whole apartment, by the way, everything was made by hand, literally like drawn.
Before the apartment became the general quarters for the Cozy Team, it used to belong to one of the members who completely renovated it. Shireen worked with contractors to create this space and structure. They redid everything in this Paris apartment to create an open space that would serve to host people and that can transform into a proper bedroom at night, for instance. The inspiration behind this bedroom is from a living room she'd seen online with a sofa built into the wood structure of a wall library. Later, she went to Barbès and asked the shop owner to make her a headboard in hard foam. She then covered it with beautiful fabric purchased in one of her trips to India. The bedroom is designed to take up a good chunk of the open space when the bed is down. Come January, you will be able to rent the space to work, read, rest, or watch movies.
Do you feel like the colors or even the pieces that have been used sort of like, work in this?
And I think if we talk about the resting part, I think the greens that you can find on the wall, and then the pink as well, so there's like a lot of pink touches.
I also wanted to touch on where the home decor is from in this bedroom. After speaking with Shireen, I can tell you that a lot of her bedroom decor is from different places she traveled or lived in, mostly in Beirut and Nairobi. Shireen brought back and recycled furniture and objects from these previous houses. For instance, the bamboo sticks that now serve as rack for her clothes when they were originally from a bamboo factory in Lebanon. She also used metal feet and a wooden top from Lamu to make her own small table. Some of the home decor is from small shops, gifts from people who come with a personal story. The fans on the wall above the bed, handmade from women in Batroun in the north of Lebanon. The palm tree pillow from a place called Amman in Sheila Lamu. The authentic Ethiopian coffee cups next to the library. The lamp from a vintage store down the street. The little stools from her favorite boutique in Beirut, Orient 499.
I think it does help you to kind of like feel settled and to rest, obviously. But I do feel like the pink and the greens do really help in that kind of like nurturing space and resting place.
Definitely. For sure. I think sometimes we don't really think about how like colors, and just placements sort of like help you feel at ease at home.
I think especially for these kind of apartments, because you do feel like you're at home. The first time that I came, I really said to one of the members, like, I do feel at home because of how beautiful every piece is placed as well. It feels like it's a real apartment, not like a fake Airbnb thing.
Yeah.
I think it does help with the whole, with all the intentions of Cozy for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite pieces in the bedroom?
I do love all the books for sure, because I know that they've been collected all around the world. It's not like one region focused. Okay. So even if like there's some books, because I'm Egyptian Algerian, I would like directly go towards this region. There's also a lot of like information and incredible books about other
One thing that really impressed me about this space is the book collection. The books were collected everywhere in the world, mostly from the contemporary art museums Shireen visited. The collection is eclectic and reflects her diverse interests: politics, poetry, arts, philosophy. You can also find comics by Trixia, books about architecture in black and brown spaces. Now that this apartment is being remade by the Cozy team to become a space for people to be in community, cozying up really, this library comes in very handy. The Cozy Collective actually has for intention to make the books in this library available for students during the exam periods, which I think is a wonderful idea.
One book that I love, that's the Mafalda one.
Ooh.
So from Argentina.
Okay.
Mafalda is like this quirky, really like witty character. I mean, I love it because it feels like it's them, because I know them. I can see the Cozy team behind it. Or I would say the Feiruz art piece here, because of, I mean, first of all, it's Feiruz.
Okay.
So she's like this Lebanese singer that's more than, I mean, she's not a singer, she's a diva. She's like one of the biggest singer in the MENA region, and her voice is so like soothing and calming. I think for every MENA kid, listening to Feiruz is also a way to rest because of how her voice is pitched.
Yeah. I find this space very fascinating because as you've said, like it generally feels cozy, no pun intended, right? But there's this thing of like, in a way you feel at home, but then you're also pushed to want to explore. You know, I saw like books, I was like, ooh, this is cute, you know?
This sense of exploration continues with the art in this space. If Shireen describes the library as the nervous system of the apartment, then the prints must be the sacred adornments. These prints are both from friends who are artists, but also intentional places she shops at, such as Plan B. They showcase different artists from the region. Both the art and the prints are from all over the world: Iceland, Palestine, Lamu, India, Mexico.
Okay, so in this bedroom space, there's also what we've called lucky charms, right?
The obvious one, which is the Fatma's hand. So it's something that you would find through the MENA region, and it does bring you luck and it protects you. And then one that holds the book as well. And you have another one on the table, picked in a shop in Lebanon, in Beirut, called Orient Ketlefnef.
Okay.
Another one from Tibet that's closed by the window.
Yeah.
I think throughout the apartment you would find a lot of lucky charms to protect you.
One last thing, I guess, about the space is the smell.
There's one guy in particular that was made by Habibi Market.
Okay.
And then actually creates what you actually can smell in Beirut.
Wow.
It's a great memorabilia tool for us, I think.
We didn't talk about the screen.
So you can actually watch whatever you want.
Yeah, so here Donia and I were discussing her favorite cartoon as a child called Bakar. Bakar is a cartoon about a black Egyptian boy set in the south of Egypt. When I arrived in this pair's apartment, their cozy team was playing it on the projector, and Donia even sung the theme song. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see much of it on the projector because of the lights. Sorry.
Now in the same space, but not really, because it got transformed
Yay.
by beautiful women, by the way, shout out to them.
As I said earlier, which is really nice with this place, is that it's really versatile, so you can go from a bedroom to a living room.
It's very warm, and you feel like, you know, you can have people over, right? There's a lot of sitting spaces, which I think is cool. Like we obviously have the beautiful table right there, but we also have a stool, we have another stool,
Yeah, you
there's
have
many
chairs, you have everything actually. You have this kind of what would be a sofa. I think it's big enough to have a lot of people, but also it's still really intimate.
Obviously we live in Paris, and sometimes, you know, you're like, okay, my dream apartment has 5 bedrooms, but then not right at this moment doesn't mean that it won't happen. The idea to have a space where you have the versatility of being like, okay, I've actually created a beautiful bedroom, and now I can put it away and then transform the space. Yeah.
And as you said, living in Paris where rent is really expensive, sometimes you're stuck with like 1 bedroom apartment, and it's really hard, especially when you work from home. Here, well, you have 1 room, but it's everything you need to be. So yeah, I think that's also like one of the good points that the Cozy team thought about.
The Cozy team really did think this space through, and I can tell. The rug is from northern Ethiopia. The pillow that says Afrique is handmade with silk sewn into the pillow by a Rwandan brand. The coffee table is from Lamu, a small island off of Kenya. The Togo couch is from Ligne Rosé in Paris and was ordered by Shireen, who wanted this very specific color. The side tables are from Orient 499 that we mentioned previously, while others were made by artisans in Kenya. The pillows are from Palestine or handmade by Palestinians in Beirut. Others are from Lamu. Some are from Shireen's childhood friend, Talia Suki, who she credits a lot with helping her find her style. Talia actually has a lifestyle brand if you're interested. Everything will be linked in the description down below.
I guess we have like 2 more spaces.
Yes.
To sort of tour together in this Paris apartment tour. So we're in the kitchen. Right? Which I have to say, right, because like now I feel like I've done like a few apartment tours and I feel like in Paris kitchens are always, mine included, very tricky. It's not the case here.
Yeah, it's the perfect amount of space because it was created by a visitor. I think that's why you don't like find this like trickiness that you usually find in the Paris apartment.
So we have ceramics as well.
So they were picked at the flea market in Paris, and then you have some ceramics as well that really like brings some colors, I think, to the kitchen. That's rather actually really simple compared to the rest of the apartment. What we have is, I think, a lot of spices, a lot of art as well. So we have Beirut during or after the war, we don't really know, but it's an iconic venue where the biggest divas and celebrity artists in the region performed, and it was found at Plan B in Beirut. Then you have Frida Kahlo, obviously, other incredible pictures that I think in Beirut as well. You have this amazing wallpaper. That's an iconic wallpaper that was painted and then transformed into wallpaper because the kitchen is really toned down. There's kind of palm trees, nature, kind of like bring up this whole rest theme that we can find in the other room, which is the living / bedroom area.
We have also this sort of like,
it was collected, it was found in Beirut. We have the little figurines that are from Rwanda. The camera, the Algerian bracelet that was given by the Arab Institute, the collective that we part in. We have Ivy Park, obviously, because Beyonce have to represent Beyonce. This lamp that was much longer, that has a story as well. It's a beautiful piece. It was made by an architect that's based in Beirut. His workshop actually was blown off by the explosion on the 4th August of 2020. This is one of my favorite pieces in this apartment. This apartment also, you have like a lot of memorabilia. I think it's really interesting because it kind of like forces you to think about heritage. It's the perfect reflection to what Cozy tries to do, which is connecting the dots as well, but also emphasizing where you're from and like your culture and who you are as well.
As you were speaking, I was thinking of like words and how to define this place, and I feel like heritage is such a beautiful word for it as well. This is such a subtle way of, you know, just like a remembrance. That's how it feels, a very joyful way to remember. Now we're in the dining space.
So this table was handmade. It used to be a boat, and they crafted into this huge beautiful table, and the wood was found in the Indian Ocean, so in Lamu. There's a little gift that came up along with this one, which is this little thing, this little guy that used to be in front of the boat, so it's still a lucky charm. As we said, there's like a lot of lucky charm in the apartment. It's one of them.
Actually, since we're talking about lucky charms, one of the members of Cozy introduced me to this idea of objet gentil.
When I first came over to meet with the members of the Cozy team, we had tea and delicious cake. That's when I was first introduced to the idea that this apartment is full of lucky charms here looking after us.
There's this amazing bottle, which is now a vase. So this bottle is a glass bottle of Hamoud Boualem. So la gazeuse blanche, which is the most like iconic beverage in Algeria. The brand Hamoud Boualem is the oldest brand in Algeria. So it was created during colonization, and it was created by an Algerian, and it lived through creation and up until now. And yeah, I think it says a lot because of the connection that I have to Alja, but also to the connection that I have to the member of Cozy as well.
Usually when I do apartment tours, I start with the entryway, but then today it's been so organic that we sort of started, you know,
Went with the flow.
Exactly. We will talk about the entryway as well.
It's quite different from the rest of the apartment.
I agree as well.
Because it's really minimalistic, so you don't have a lot of things, but they're really well picked. The yellow, it gives this warmth that you still have inside for sure, but it's not the same level. You have still lucky charms, because we said this is like a recreant theme in the apartment. So they are from Iran, and they are ceramics.
The flooring is quite interesting.
It's a terrazzo from a Paris shop. So the color that you find, the yellow, is actually matches the yellow that you'll find in the entrance.
Got it.
And then the reddish, kind of vibe, pinkish, I'd say, would match the pink and the red that you'll find in the bathroom.
The ceiling lamp is also beautiful.
Oh
like,
yeah,
very golden.
Oh, I've never saw that. Actually.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Okay, so this is now the last space in this beautiful apartment, and I literally squeaked when I saw it. Like,
I think everyone did, because you don't really think a bathroom could be that elegant. So you have 3 art pieces that are from a calendar, actually. A different artist from the MENA region. It really does complement perfectly the color of the wall.
Yeah.
So the paint is from this brand called Social Light Family. Then you have some poems, I think, from Iceland. And then you have this great little like drawing from a Palestinian artist from Jaffa that says, "Too much work," which is true.
Yeah.
I love that. You have some Pinocchios here. This ceramic sink is from Greece. Those were found in Copenhagen as well.
Okay.
There's Saltaria as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful mirror. So yeah, just like the rest of the apartments from all over the world.
The shower in and of itself, like I feel like you'd see this in like hotels.
Yeah, on Pinterest. You don't imagine that it could actually be a thing. I think just like the rest of the apartment, they're really like intentional in picking brands that are, you know, like have this tradition of crafts. And I really like how it does have like some rooms to kind of like arrange the shampoos and stuff like that. And then it's the same for the flooring as in the entrance.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Obviously we had the yellow like ochre in the entryway, and now, you know, we have like some accents, right? And then, yeah, that's really cool.
I think that's what the Cozy team always do. So they work the touches. So you have the green here that does, it's a green that you can find also in the living room, bedroom area. You can find in the kitchen as well. For the pink, I think same, you have some touches of pink in the living room. That's why I say it's really like a cohesive apartment.
So now this is really the end, which is kind of sad of this tour, but also I don't know, this just like moment that we spent together.
It's a great moment, by the way. Thank you so much for having me and for shedding a light on such a great association.
I've said that before, but I just feel like it's been such a lovely moment, genuinely cozy. Thank you for doing this with me. But yeah, just I think it would be nice for us to like have a bit of a close up, right?
Yes.
We've mentioned obviously Cozy, the team, the space, the mission statement. But I think it'd be cool to like maybe tell people more about how they can find them, how they can work with them, support them, collaborate.
So there's a website which is coming up, which is coming up pretty soon. And then as we said earlier, it's a Patreon kind of process where obviously the prices are really accessible, and you have some slots that are free because the intention behind it is so everyone can have access to it. Because we know how the diaspora could be in such like precarious situations, especially like in France and in Paris. That's basically how you can find them. They're gonna have also socials coming up really soon, so you will be able to connect with them and to talk to them. I think it's just the beginning of such like a beautiful adventure for them, and I'm really excited that they actually like they would trust interesting enough to give me the key to introduce you to this amazing space that does mean a lot to me. It's going to change lives for sure. It has changed mine, obviously. And I think the team wants us to open this.
Yes.
So should we open this?
Let's do this. Just right before we do this, I'll put on the screen every information that you may need for Cozy to connect with them, work with them. And also, if you're really interested, in the description down below, you'll have links for objects, furniture, whatever that we found. Take the time to look it up, and hopefully you'll find, the things you're looking for. All right,
open up. It feels like it's Christmas Eve. What's in this box is actually the gift bags that I received on the launching dinner.
Yeah.
It's called Beirut.
Yeah, I saw.
Also, which we love. It was found in a shop Orient 499. They have some tea that we made. Have some candles because we do love some candles.
Yes.
Disposable camera. So we did this with one of the members, listening to Cozy, to the Renaissance album. So it was really like a full circle moment at one point. Those are essential oils. That's basically what we have here. But it's a great capsule to what Cozy intends to bring.
Yeah. Well, thank you for showing us all of these beautiful goodies. And I guess to close up now, what about you? Because you've mentioned a bit of what you've been doing, and it's been so pleasant and so wonderful to do this visit with you.
As I said, I'm a journalist, so I do work as a journalist. That's my main job.
Okay.
And also I work with the members of Cozy as well. Because it's not even work, we're friends, so it's like building together more than working together. I have my podcast, which is it's called H.MH, so it's a podcast on Algeria. So if you have a question on Algeria, you send us the question and then we answer it.
Wow.
So we basically did questions about the flag, because we see the flag all the time, about Hamid Gwanem, so the beverage that we talked about. The whole thing is to give some knowledge about Algeria. And then there's our Avengers that we've talked about as well, which is this collective of 8 women that tried to kind of launch event, very multidisciplinary event, to build communities and also to think and celebrate our culture and our differences. It's exciting because if I know why I do it, is because I need it as well. So I need those connection and those links to those amazing women that are in my life. I would not be in this position right now if they were not in my life. I think it's really important to have those safe spaces, and especially more than ever in a country where we're more ostracized day by day. I think it's important to have those kind of communities and to support each other and to love each other as much as we can.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing so much of yourself with me.
And you too as well.
My pleasure, honestly. It really was my pleasure. And as we've said earlier, I think it's so beautiful to be able to witness communities in the building, but also who are just, creating these beautiful, I like to use gardens as examples, but you have this this wonderful garden that you're just bringing a lot of your knowledge and your love to, all of you.
And nurturing this garden is really important.
Exactly, and honestly, witnessing it, I feel very honored and in awe. And I'd like to thank you all for having me in this wonderful space. So to close up, thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we had fun making it. Thank you again for watching another episode of the apartment tour series. As I've mentioned, all of the links will be down below. Please comment, follow, discover, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Greetings! My name is Abra and I am a Parisian content creator. I designed the apartment tour series as a space to explore cool homes while talking to the people who create them. I started the series with mostly Parisian apartment tours I filmed with my friends. Since then, I've been able to travel, make London apartment tours, Brooklyn apartment tours. I also filmed in Berlin, New York City, Brussels. Next, in season 2 of this apartment tour series is a special episode I filmed in the coziest Parisian apartment. It will be live on my channel on November 16th. This is one of the last 3 episodes before the end of the season. The apartment tour series, season 2, now counts 8 episodes, all available on my YouTube channel at Abra. If you'd like to be featured in the series, message me on social media or simply drop me an email. Feel free to also tag below anyone you'd like to see featured. See you all soon. Bye.
Again, no pun intended, cozy.
Hey. Anytime you say this, like the
you have the Beyonce song.
Yeah, I have the T.S. Madison, like I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin.
Actually, the cozy name
Mm-hmm.
was thought because of the song, like thanks to the song. So
That's
they
success,
heard about the song, and because they were obsessed with it,
Mm-hmm.
they said, "Oh my god, cozy." And then when you think about it, you're like, makes perfect sense.